welcome back to my channel, Reading with Nargles. I'm Danny. I'm here today because I feel like I've seen it all over. It's not a new concept, it's nothing new, but I've never done it for myself, so I'm really curious what we're gonna find here today. So I should probably back up. When you go book shopping, you probably go in with one book you're wanting, right? Or you're just going in blind, you're just having a good time, and then you black out, and then you walk out with a nice stack of books. Gotta hold it up higher. And then you go home, you maybe read one new one, if that, or they just sit on your shelves like trophies. And then they sit and sit, especially if you're a mood reader like me. So I feel like I get a stack, or at least I used to. I feel like I've been a lot better at getting library books, reading just what is on my shelves, but honestly probably not that one, but it's fine. But I feel like mood readers especially, because you buy a book and then you're not in the mood for it for a while, but maybe one day. So finding out how many books on my bookshelves are unread, creating a TBR jar. So that's what we're here to do today. So I do not know how many books are unread on my bookshelves, but I do know it's a good amount. I did recently, a couple months ago, go through my bookshelves, and I just pulled books that I had never read and I no longer have an inkling to read. Past Danny is very different from current Danny and future Danny. Past Danny has a whole different thing that she wants to read. I wish her well. So I went through my bookshelves, kind of pulled all those books from my past that I just don't really care about anymore. There are still some on here, I think, that I could probably pull, but I'm a little bit more hesitant, so there they sit. But yeah, so I'm curious how many books are on here that I need to read, and I mean, I want to get through everything on there, so I'm hoping that if I make a TBR jar, a to be read jar, for those who may not know what that is, if I make a TBR jar, then I'm not sure what I want to read, but I don't want to go buy a book and there's nothing at the library, I could just pull from this TBR jar and it'll tell me. Counterintuitive, because again, I am a mood reader, so me pulling from this jar may not be applicable to what I'm feeling, but yeah, maybe the jar will keep me accountable. Just the goal of trying to get to the bottom of it. And I think my goal is to get to have read everything on my bookshelves by end of next year. I know that gives me just such a long amount of time, but I know it's unrealistic for me to say I'm going to finish it by the end of this year, because there's so many books coming out in the next couple months that I am so excited for, and I've been waiting over a year for, that I'm just not going to be finishing my bookshelves. So next year is the goal, and I know that gives me so much time, but it also gives me a lot of time to add to it and maybe have the number, I don't want to say grow because that's not the goal here, but so go ahead, make your guesses. What number do you think on my bookshelves I have not read? Throw them down in the comments and let's see who's right. Let's see who's closest. Let's get to it. Let's go ahead and figure it out. Let's make this jar. drafted my list. I've checked it twice. I'm basically Santa Claus over here. I hope everyone made their guess. Should I just say it at the end? Should I wait? Build this up a little bit? Nah, it's fine. 44. There are 44 books on my bookshelves that I own and I have not read. The sad thing is that's such a weird number, and we're so close to 45, a nice round number, that I kind of want to go buy another book so that we have 45 in the TBR jar. Someone tell me I shouldn't. Someone say it. Okay, I won't. Today, at least. I know it's crazy. But that's the thought that went through my head. I gotta be honest. But we have 44. That's actually not that bad, but we have to remember I have 2 or 3 bags of books to donate or drop off at a Goodwill. My dog's sticking. I definitely lost my train of thought with my puppy dog. We have 44. That's not that bad. And we're just gonna keep going. So I have this cute little mason jar. I've never used it. I have so many. I used to do, it doesn't matter. I have this mason jar. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut up all the book titles, and we're gonna fold them, put them in the jar, and then we'll have our little TBR jar. So why don't we get at it? We got her. All 44 books are in here. I folded them up nice. You guys saw what I did. I can't even say nicely. That's why I backtracked that one. Yeah, we got it. I feel like eventually I could decorate this jar, but obviously the goal is to not have this, but maybe it would be cute to have like a nice cute little TBR jar. But surprisingly, I actually have nothing at home to really decorate it with. I have some construction paper at work, so maybe I'll have some kiddos help me decorate it. I feel like that would be cute. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll decorate it, maybe we won't. But there she is. Might be a little bit anticlimactic. I am not gonna draw one right now to start out and start knocking off these 44 books. I am about 40% of the way in Kingdom of Ash, the last book in the Third of Class series. Okay, I've been calling it Kingdom of Fire for some reason, and I'm not trying to start any fights. It's gonna rile some people up. Had to make sure that's what it was called. And I'm really ready to be done with this series. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it, but I've been reading this series for months now. I've kind of been breaking it up, and I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to move on. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with myself once I'm done, because this has been just what I've been reading for a couple months now. Oh my gosh, like a lot of months. I feel like I started the series in March. I'm a slow reader. What can I say? I get distracted. I don't know. And I don't want to tire myself down with having to read something off my TBR jar as soon as I'm done, because obviously I'm going to go celebrate when I'm done, and who knows what I'm going to find to read once that happens. I kind of already have an idea, but I don't want to say it. So we'll see what happens. But once I've kind of celebrated and I've read whatever my mood reader heart really wants to, I'm ready to starting to knock this off before all of my anticipated releases come out. I also realized I could have said some of the books or all of the books that are on the TBR jar, but you'll just have to stick around and see what we got on these shelves that are unread. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you guessed right, or maybe you guessed way higher and it was way lower, so you're really impressed that it's only 44. Thanks for joining me. Feel free to hit the subscribe button down below, or don't. Go ahead, leave a comment, let me know what book is sitting on your bookshelf, maybe how many books you have on your bookshelf that you haven't read yet, or one that you bought you were so excited about and you just haven't gotten a chance to read it yet. You can find me elsewhere on the internet at Instagram, Reading with Nargles, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!